Well, hello there, welcome back to another PS5 tips and tricks video. This is 7 useless PS5 accessories you shouldn't buy. I've put these accessories on this list because they add little to no value to your game experience, and in my opinion they're a waste of money and cash grabs. If you're new here, you should subscribe not to miss out on that sweet PS5 knowledge. Now let's get into it. The Media Remote. So our first useless accessory is the PS5 Media Remote. The whole purpose of this product is to save you less than 2 seconds of time by pressing the Netflix button or the Disney Plus button and having the app come up instantaneously. If we measure the difference between the time it takes to bring up the media with the Dualsense and the time it takes to press the button, it is less than 2 seconds. And that's not really worth £25/$25. It's no more difficult to navigate these apps with the Dualsense or the TV remote if you have HDMI device link enabled. No more difficult to use these than the Media Remote. It's not necessary. Our next useless accessory is the PlayStation Camera. Yes, that's right, the PS Camera is complete trash. But why? For one, the picture quality is nowhere near as the same quality as advertised in the video trailers. 2, you can only use it for when you're streaming, so you can't use it to record a facecam offline, which greatly inhibits its potential use for many potential content creators like myself that don't stream. You can't zoom in, so unless you're sat uncomfortably close to your TV, then you're going to be teeny tiny. And lastly, the background removal tool, which is a strong advertising point in all of the trailers, is not automatic. Once you've recorded a stream, you then have to go into the PlayStation Studio on the PS5 and manually draw around yourself to remove your background, which is just long. And then you have to keep still on top of that, not to fall out of frame. Next up, PS5 rear mounted fans. There are several different versions of these PS5 additional cooling fans, and they're literally pointless. The PS5's internal heatsink and its liquid metal heat transfer, which is an alloy made of gallium, indium and tin, is more than enough to keep the console cool during even the most taxing of games. Also, the main PS5 fan is 12 volts, while these fans are 5 volts, so the difference in speed may actually hinder cooling, as the bolt-on fans aren't spinning as fast as the internal fan, which could therefore create a pressure differential, resulting in reduced cooling potential. Next up, the Dualsense Keyboard. So these bulky keyboard extensions are just silly. I mean, there's no need. There is at least 3 native ways to type that are free and don't hinder your controller. These are the thumbsticks to navigate the on-screen keyboard. You can use the touchpad on the Dualsense to navigate the on-screen keypad, or you can just use text-to-speech. The unnecessary keyboard will just get in the way of gameplay, making it much harder to control what you're actually doing, or you'll have to contend with the tediousness of constantly taking this thing on and off to type things. What a waste of money. Our next useless PS5 accessory is these huge bulky cooling stands you can get. So the cooling stand, it might look handy, but they're not as useful as they look. They don't add value or help your PS5 or your game experience in any way. Quite the opposite, in fact. For one, no one sits next to their PS5, so when you have your controllers charging on the docking station that comes with these things, you're going to have to get up and go and get them, and then get up again and go and put them back. So instead of having your controllers next to your comfy couch or gaming chair or whatever, now they're next to the PS5 and you have to go get them, which is just long. So the bottom mounted fans, while they won't have a potential negative impact like the rear mounted fans, they're not gonna help either. The PS5 sucks air through the front and blows it out the back, right? There are no gaps on the bottom for it to suck in air, and the motherboard and all the heatsink is in the centre of the PS5. And the PS5 case is made of plastic, which is not thermally conductive. So that fan is doing literally nothing. Like, touch the bottom of your PS5 when it's on. Is it hot? I highly doubt it. Useless. And lastly, the little pull-out game stands that it comes with, that's going to get filled up really fast. That's not going to be enough space for like 7 years worth of games. So you're going to have games here, there and everywhere, and it's just going to look ugly. Not to mention the bulky stand makes it a bit more difficult about, where to put your PS5. Like for me, for my setup, it wouldn't work, and it does make where to put your PS5 a little bit harder depending on your setup. Our next useless PS5 accessory is a Dualsense AirPod adapter, a Bluetooth adapter. So this device allows you to use Bluetooth earphones with your Dualsense. Simply put, yeah, you should be using the right tool for the right job. Over-ear headphones will give you so much more in terms of your experience and the immersion within your game than your Bluetooth earphones for going to the gym. Not to mention the adapter will impede your grip on the controller just like the bulky keyboard. And next up, number 7, our final useless accessory, Dualsense silicone covers. These protective covers are not only unnecessary, but they look ridiculous. The Dualsense is very sturdy. I've dropped mine many times without issue, nothing's broken, nothing's come off, there's not even a scuff on it. These covers, they make the controller bulky. The anti-slip material actually makes it feel different, which is going to be like disconcerting when you're trying to play a game. And the elevation of the silicone might actually make it harder to push the buttons and stuff like that. Was there any useless PS5 accessories that I missed? Let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like as it helps to save other people from buying these useless accessories, and subscribe to see 7 amazing PS5 accessories you should buy, which is coming out later this week. And I will see you in the next one.